Here's how I stay slim, lean, fit, whatever you want to call it, while eating so.
Hey Bestie, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about what it really takes to be skinny. So I put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back to share my true sense.
Here's how I stay slim, lean, fit, whatever you want to call it, while eating so much food. And if you're new here, my name is Soraya. I'm a certified macronutrition coach, and I help women lose weight and maintain it while eating all their favorite foods and without having to go on a boring restrictive diet. Here are 10 rules that I live by that help me lose the weight, and I've maintained it for the past 7 years now. Number 1, I start every day with protein. Reason being, protein keeps you full longer than other macronutrients, and in the past I used to not eat a lot in the mornings or afternoons and then binge later in the evening because I wasn't getting enough protein throughout the day. So I'll do something like a Greek yogurt parfait in the morning, high protein waffles, chicken, sausage, eggs, things like that. Number 2, I have cute water bottles with straws that I bring with me everywhere I go. And the reason I mention the straw is because when you have a water bottle with a closed cap, it takes more work to unscrew it, which means you're probably not going to drink as much water because most of us are a little bit lazy. When you have a water bottle with a straw, there's no barrier to entry, making it easier to drink your water. And because it's cute, you actually want to bring it places. Number 3, I do not play about my bedtime. Main reason being, sleep helps your body function properly. You're not dealing with extra stress or rises in your cortisol levels. It also prevents you from being up late wanting to eat just because, even though you're not actually hungry. Number 4, I always go on a lunchtime walk. If I have time to sit down and eat, I'll take 15 minutes, 20 minutes to eat, and then the rest of the time I'll take to go on a walk or move in some way. Number 5, I always keep high protein snacks in my car. You know that sometimes you're out and about, you get hungry and you stop at your nearest drive-thru because you cannot function if you don't eat something. Having high protein snacks in your car solves that problem. Number 6, I indulge without guilt. I have something sweet pretty much every day. Right now I have a container of cookies back there that I'm gonna have tonight for dessert. Sweet, salty foods are not bad. It's fine in moderation. If anything, it helps with your weight loss journey because it allows you to stay consistent because you don't feel restricted or deprived. Number 7, I get at least 7,000 steps in per day. I'll do about 30 to 45 minutes during my lunchtime, then I'll do another walk in the evening, at home on my walking pad or outside if the sun is still out. Number 8, I move on vacation. Now, I don't do formal workouts like going to a gym on vacation, but I'll take walking or biking over a car when I can. Say we're going to brunch and it's a 15 to 20 minute walk, I will just walk there or rent a bike to get there. Number 9, I always eat a snack before going out to any sort of event or gathering. I know some people like to starve themselves all day and wait to the gathering, but that typically causes you to overindulge a lot. I'll usually just have something small like a protein drink or a protein snack about an hour or two before the event. That way I can go there and choose the foods I want with a clear mind versus a hunger mind. Number 10, I journal every single morning. This helps me start every day grounded in who I want to be and ensure my actions align with that. It's a great way to mentally get locked into achieving and maintaining the goals that you have for your body. So if you found this helpful, do me a favor and give me a follow. And if you want more personalized support, coaching, and guidance when it comes to achieving and maintaining your weight loss goals and assist.
If you want to become a skinny girl, you need to act like one. For example, at night, I really hate eating late at night. That's a lie, actually. When I was a lot heavier, I used to love eating late night snacks. I used to love the feeling of going to bed full. Like, oh my God, I feel like comforted. I realized like that was not good for me and it wasn't aiding my goals because I ended up overeating at nighttime. So what I did was I started telling myself, I hate eating late at night. I can't digest my food if I eat past 6 p.m. So I like to eat early dinners or like 5 to 6 p.m. dinners and no snacks later on, or maybe like a very little snack because my body needs time to digest because then I can't sleep. I literally was so delusional that I told myself that I can't sleep if I eat too late at night. And it worked. If you tell yourself that, oh, I don't really like junk. Like, I'm not really, like, a fan of, like, Taco Bell. Like, it just tastes too junky. I would rather eat something that's, like, more classy, something that's, like, more fancy. Like, I'd rather go to, like, a sit-down restaurant than go eat fast food. You have to tell yourself these things. You have to tell yourself that you are too good for these things. Kind of like an ego where you're like, I don't do that anymore. Like, that's not my thing. You will truly envision and become the skinny person that you've always wanted to be, and you won't even, like, feel like you're really trying.
If you're trying to lose weight and get skinny, here are 5 rapid fire tips that will put your weight loss journey on easy mode. Okay, number 1, you're gonna get up every single morning and go on a morning walk. And this is one of the biggest things that has helped me lose weight because 1, it helps me get extra steps in. 2, I get direct sunlight on my body every single day, which helps me sleep better, which helps me lose weight. 3, it helps me decenter food because instead of waking up and my first thought being what I'm gonna have for breakfast first thought is my morning walk, and I actually have become obsessed with them. Number 2, before or after your morning walk, you're gonna have some warm lemon water. It hydrates your body and it gets things moving, which is skinny girl behavior. Number 3, and you guys have heard me talk about this before, drink green tea all day and mint tea at night. Drinking green tea every single day is so good for you. It's filled with antioxidants and it helps curb your cravings. And I drink mint tea at night because it's so good for your skin, your hormones, and your digestive system. And I also use it to help me replace midnight snacking. So there's a hack for you there. Number 4, start snacking on fruits and vegetables instead of processed junk. We as women need at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber every single day. And you're not going to find that in a bag of potato chips. You're going to find that in your fruits and vegetables. They're also low in calorie and they're filled with vitamins and minerals. So it's going to make you pretty and you can eat them in volume. So start eating them. Number 5, and lastly, and this one might be kind of petty, but I did see a difference when I switched over. But instead of drinking oat milk in the morning with your coffee, switch over to almond milk. I know, it's very annoying. I love oat milk, but it's filled with carbs and it's not paired with protein. And it just has a lot of extra unnecessary calories. So it spikes your insulin and it just makes you hungrier throughout the day. I don't love it. So anyways, those are all the things that I did that helped me lose weight. And yeah, let me know if you want a part 2.
I saw a video that one of the girlies posted the other day, and basically she said, how are girls staying skinny? And as someone who maintains a really healthy lifestyle to stay lean, I thought I would put my 2 cents in on raw and honestly what my lifestyle looks like and what it takes to maintain the body that I've built, where I'm the lightest on the scale, but also the leanest, most confident, and most toned, with the actual muscle definition that I'm proud of. I can also genuinely say that I've built sustainability within my life too, to the point where this lifestyle I have, I actually enjoy, I wake up craving, and I 100% can see myself continuing it forever. But here's just some rapid fire things. So number 1, first thing that comes to mind is I still track calories whenever I travel. Even if it's just loosely tracking, I don't take my food scale anywhere, but I do stay calorie conscious with just plugging stuff in an app and having a good idea of what range of calories I'm at. There are some times where I intuitively eat when things are maybe out of my control, where I just can't really track. But if I can track calories just to have a range and have control over what I'm eating that day, I'm gonna do it. Every day that I'm in my normal routine, I eat a high protein breakfast with at least 30 grams of protein in it. When I eat fast food out, I'm always gonna choose the options that have macro friendly, low calorie options like Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Chipotle. I really don't ever go out of my way to eat at places like Crumble or Wingstop or Zaxby's, or just places where I feel like I don't have many options, to the point where honestly I couldn't even tell you what's on their menu most of the time, because it's just something that I've taken out of my lifestyle and I just don't do anymore, because I love the foods I eat at home, but also when I'm forced to eat out, I make the better decision. There are rarely instances where I don't hit my step count or I don't hit my workouts. Yes, there are some days where I have to rework my schedule or take an impromptu rest day, but over the past 6 to 7 years that I've been lifting and training, there hasn't been a period longer than a week where I haven't worked out, and that's been on beach vacations. Where I'm at now, I still work out on vacation too. So when we went to Costa Rica last year, I worked out 3 times across the week and just focused on cardio and did some strength training at the gym that they had at the location. Working out and movement keeps me mentally sane, and also it's something that I really enjoy and it makes me feel good, so why would I not want to feel my best while I'm on vacation too? Now that I think about it, I also really don't eat fried food. Sometimes randomly I'll have bots of chicken strips or something like that, or share something with my husband, but most of the time all the options I'm choosing are grilled or blackened. And see, sometimes things like that don't even come across my mind as things I intentionally do. And I generally don't miss that stuff. It's not something that I feel restricted from. I've just made a habit of choosing the healthier options, and those satisfy me and make me feel good, and so it's just become a thing that I do and I implement without thinking. I'm always gonna say yes and take advantage of an opportunity to be active. We wanna go shopping? Yes, I'm getting steps in. We wanna put some bar stools together in our new house? Yes, I'm moving, I'm being active. I walk on my walking pad every single day. I would not be able to hit my 12K step count without it ever. It's life-changing and an investment that I seriously would make 100 times over. I do some form of cardio about 5 days a week. I usually right now I'm doing 30 minutes of Stairmasters after my strength training sessions for legs, which is 2 days a week, and then I do 3 runs per week. When I drink, I work it into my calories, and it's usually always smart alcoholic options, like a glass of wine that I can easily track, a skinny margarita, or a vodka soda with some lemon or something like that. I feel like those are the ones that I can think of right now, but if y'all like these style of videos, let me know. I can totally make another one. But yeah, that's how I do it.
How Russian girls eat whatever they want and still stay skinny, without counting calories, of course. Just try the 15-minute rule. Eat your meal and then wait 15 minutes before you take a dessert. Why? Because for your brain it takes around 20-15 minutes to realize that you're actually full. Most people overeat simply because
if your goal is to get the lean and toned look and not necessarily the bulky look, here's what you need to understand, and unfortunately a lot of women are missing the mark on this, so they're not seeing great progress. Rather than thinking that you need to swap all of your intense workouts for low impact Pilates and yoga workouts, you still need to train to build muscle. And training to build muscle means that you're prioritizing strength training. Anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week is perfect, but you also need to be bringing the right intensity to build muscle. And the research shows that anywhere from 1 to 3 reps shy of failure is where you need to be. And where the bulky piece actually comes down to the calories. A lot of times, if you're not monitoring your calories and you start ramping up your activity, you're naturally going to be hungrier. So a lot of women start eating more and not really realizing it, and then they start to get more of that bulky look. But if you are in a calorie deficit and that's what's needed in order to drop some body fat and have that more toned appearance, you're not going to get bulky. If you're just doing low impact workouts, and especially if you're somebody who is coming from high intensity training, you might drop some inflammation, you might feel a little bit better, and naturally you might actually eat a little bit less, which is why a lot of these women are noticing some great results from it. But it doesn't work magic. And in fact, over time, you might start to lose some muscle. And when you lose muscle, it is single-handedly the worst thing that you can do for your metabolism and keeping weight off long term. Not to mention the many other benefits that come with building muscle and retaining it. Also note, if you're taking your training seriously, you need to be taking your recovery seriously. This is why a lot of women feel super inflamed, because they're not sleeping enough, they're super stressed out in their personal life, they're not eating enough food. So when you take that into account, you're not going to be nearly as inflamed. And also, you shouldn't be in the gym 6 times a week absolutely killing yourself.
I've lost over 30 pounds, and my biggest piece of advice for staying disciplined is to reshape your identity. Your brain is constantly operating on the beliefs that you have about yourself. And if you're not consciously deciding what those beliefs are, they're going to be subconsciously decided for you. So if you struggle to stick to your diet, your subconscious belief is probably, I'm somebody who really struggles to stick to a diet. You need to consciously shift that to, I am a healthy person. I always make the healthier choice. It started out as a joke, but whenever my husband would offer me something unhealthy or just something that
Oh, but Ashley, I don't feel like going to the gym. Nobody does. Nobody does. Yesterday, I did not feel like going to the gym. I just needed to walk. It was too cold. Guess what? Got my walking pad out, turned that thing up to 3.7 and started walking and got my steps done. I did not feel like walking. I wanted to rot on my couch underneath 5 blankets, but I still got up and I went walking. Half the time, it's not motivation. I would say most of the time, it's not motivation. It is discipline. It is discipline. Yes, you have your motivating factor that you want to lose weight or you want to be skinny or you want to look a certain way or whatever it may be. But then it's the discipline that keeps you going. Because if you go purely on motivation, no. Like you get up for work every day. Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants that alarm to go off and go work out. It's the discipline. You have to. You have to do it. Treat it as like a non-negotiable. You have to go to the gym or you have to count your food or your portion control or whatever it may be. Your lifestyle change, your mental shift. You have to do these things. It's not a want. It's not like, oh, I don't feel like it. It's you have to do it. Okay? Like this morning, I woke up at 5. I immediately was like, this is awful. This is terrible. Why did I sign up for a 6 a.m. solid core class? And guess what? I go, Ashley, get your butt out of bed. You're running out of time. You got to heat up your car. You got to put your moisturizer on, brush your teeth, put that deodorant on, and you got to go. Okay? And do you think after the workout, I still regretted, oh, I shouldn't have gone? No, I was like, I'm glad I kicked my own ass and got out the door. So sometimes, most times, I don't even know why I'm saying sometimes, you just do it. You just do it. You make yourself do it and you get to the other side. All right? That's how you lose weight. You make yourself do things you don't want to do because then eventually it turn into a habit and that's just what you do. And those are non-negotiable.
Here are non-negotiables that I live by to stay slim, lean, toned, whatever you want to call it. Because losing weight is one thing, but keeping it off is a whole nother beast. And I've maintained my weight loss for the past 7 years by following these 5 principles. Number 1, I do not just plan activities that revolve around food and drinks. I plan things like hiking, walking, biking, activity types of dates. It's an easy way to stay active while spending time with people that I care about. And being more active leads to a higher step count, higher metabolism, and essentially just helping you burn more calories throughout the day. Number 2, I cook most of my meals at home. You can still lose weight by eating out with every single meal, but it can be a little bit more difficult because you don't really know how much stuff they're putting in your food. The amount of calories in your food really depends on who's making it that day and how they're feeling. Now, don't get me wrong, I still eat good meals at home: turkey burgers and fries, pizza, chicken pasta, and I usually eat out about 2 to 3 times per week. Number 3, I stay hydrated. Thirst is often confused for hunger, so I never leave the house without my water bottle. Number 4, which surprised a lot of people, when I do go out to eat, I order what I want. I do not order the salad or the chicken and broccoli. To me, that's boring. Because what's happened in the past is I do order that and then end up binging later, or end up eating everyone else's leftovers and my calories end up being over. And both scenarios end up putting me in a calorie surplus, which means I'm counterbalancing anything I was trying to do by eating the lower calorie meal. Instead, I just order exactly what I want and eat in moderation and listen to my natural hunger and fullness cues. And I really had to learn my body to figure out when I was full and when I was hungry. Number 5, I take my rules very seriously. Because if you don't, you end up going in a downward spiral where you're like, oh, I can have a little bit more of this, I can have a little bit more of that, I can skip my workout today, and then you end up back at your starting weight. You don't want that. You have to treat these things like they're law if you want to reach and maintain your weight loss goal. And if you want help losing the weight but also keeping it off long term in a sustainable way without cutting out your favorite foods, I have a cookie every single night for dessert. And head over to the link in my profile to learn all about our coaching.
Overeating usually occurs when you're dehydrated. So drink your water, drink your liquids, drink a liquid. Honestly, a Diet Coke is a liquid. It's 99% water. Okay? Drink liquids. I prefer more water because it's a little better for you, sorry. But drink your liquids. You're dehydrated. That's why you're overeating. Okay? That is why you're overeating. That is why you're good in the morning, and then throughout the day you're like munching, eating, binging at night, overeating at night because you're dehydrated. Had you just drank the water and just been like, I'm really hungry, I'm munching, I want chocolate, I want all these like really highly satiable foods that are high, like have high caloric value. Had you just been, I'm just going to chug water first and like sit for a second rather than just diving in, you'd probably feel better about yourself after, because most of the times when we're eating out of like boredom, desperation, oh, I feel like I need this, emotionally eating, or just munching just to munch, you're probably going to feel bad after. I do. I know most people do. So just drink your water beforehand. Okay, just drink some.
If you work a 9-to-5 job, here's the number one thing I would do to stay skinny. And I promise you, if you do this one thing, you will burn so many extra calories every day. If you find it hard to find the time to work out, which I know can be hard when working a 9-to-5, the number one thing you should do every day is walk to work. And if you cannot walk to work because it's too far away and you have to catch public transport, don't just walk to the closest bus stop to your house. Walk a bit further. Walk halfway down the track. Not only do you save yourself time by not sitting on the bus for as long, but you also get your steps in. So put your work shoes in your bag, put on some comfy trainers, and walk to or from work. You will thank me later.
That's a video, bestie. So I'm just here also to add on like what I think about today's video, what it really takes to be skinny. So bestie, let's be real. Being skinny is not about luck, it's about lifestyle. A lot of people love the idea of being slim, rocking any outfit they want, and feeling confident every time they look in the mirror. But they don't always want to hear about the actual work it really takes. It's not magic. It's not skipping one meal and thinking you wake up with abs. It definitely not relying on some random detox team. Being skinny is a daily decision from the moment you open your eyes until you go to bed. It's about making choices that your future self will thank you for. The people you see staying slim years after years, bestie, they're not doing temporary diets. They built a routine they follow without question. Like brushing their teeth, they don't wake up asking, should I eat healthy today or should I work out today? It's already yes before the question is even asked. So it takes saying no a lot more than yes. You have to learn that comfort food is not really comforting when you are not unhappy with your body later. Being skinny means being intentional, no mindless eating, not letting your kitchen turn into a snack shop, and not eating just because you are bored. You plan your meals, watch your portions, and stay aware of every bite you take. Bestie, you don't have to starve, but you do have to be mindful. And when you move with purpose. If you're sitting all day, you make time to walk, stretch, or work out. Because the truth is, if you're eating more than you burn, it's going to show. It's also a mental game. You got to handle stress without running to food. Be okay ordering the healthy option when everyone else is going crazy, flies and milkshakes, and being fine with people saying you're too strict. Those same people will be asking you for tips later. Bestie, you can't live a little every day when it comes to food. You got to find joy in other ways. Travel, hobbies, fashion, self care. Food can still be fun, but it's not your main entertainment. And let's keep it 100. It's not always easy or exciting. You will always feel like you're waking out or saying no to dessert. But being skinny means doing it in any way. Motivation fades, discipline does not. The secret is making these habits so normal that you don't even think about them. Oh, okay, they're just part of your life. It's not about perfection, it's about commitment. And basically, when you commit, the result don't just show in how you look, but how amazing you feel every day. So when you take these routines, because everyone should have the routine. When you wake up, you know what you're going to do, and in that routines, you should have your wake out planned. How you're going to do your workout? Are you going to walk 10,000 steps a day, or going for are you going in the gym, or you'll be dancing? All these things, you do things that are going to work for you. So you need to choose something you're going to enjoy doing, okay? Something you'll be like, it shouldn't be too complicated for you. Something you'll be able to do like every time. It shouldn't just be today. Today you do, tomorrow you stop. No, it's about discipline. It's about something you'll be doing for a long period of time. It should be part of you. This is what we need to choose. So if you like the gym, hitting the gym, that's what you'll be doing. Okay, bestie, and what we put in our mouth is very important. You need to put in the proteins on your plate. You need to have your proteins in, fibers. You need to eat clean, eat vegetables. You have to eat clean, drink a lot of water, and we'll be talking about sleeping, bestie. Okay, stress can't help you like lose weight. If you're having this stress, it won't. You will see that you still have this weight on you. But if you are not stressed, you go on time in bed and all these things. So you need to consider like sleeping. You don't have to make your body like, you know, and you really want to lose weight. It can't happen like that. The other things that I want to talk about, bestie, is we need to learn to be consistent. Consistency is the way, because it's the key to your weight loss. So if you're consistent, you're going to see changes. Not you just wake up today and 5 days later, this is when you want to do your workout, and this is when you're going to remember. And you know sometimes you can go like, okay, maybe you eat, or you eat something, don't feel discouraged. You can still go back and catch up, or you just have to go like just have to go forward. Don't go behind because you ate and you quit everything, or maybe you did something which you're not supposed to do. So don't just feel discouraged like that. Yeah, you just have to keep going, because you yourself, you know your end goal, you know your weight goal that you want to lose. And another thing is, keep your weight loss a secret. If you know that the people around you,